Want to know my top tips on how to take the perfect Instagram photo? Well, I know you guys do because it's literally the most requested video. I get so many questions and DMs about this, so here you guys go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ella, and for all of you who are new, welcome. Today's video, as I just mentioned, will be how I take the perfect Instagram photo with my Insta husband, Bart. If you're not already following me, then head to Mazur Creative in your Insta and you'll be able to see all of the content that we'll be referring to, and even some of the photos that we took during the production of this video. If you haven't subscribed already, then hit the subscribe button and the little bell next to it and you'll get a notification every single time I post a video. So, how do we take the perfect Instagram photo? Okay, I'll let you guys know step by step what Bart and I usually do every time we go out to do a shoot. So the first thing that we do is we decide on a location. We decide if we want to do indoor photos or outdoor photos. If they're branding for my Mazur Creative branding kind of images with laptops or with coffee, usually we'll either do it in a cafe or we'll do some outside. For these photos in particular, we've done them outside, and we actually went to North Adelaide. We found some really nice old buildings, some nice houses with just some really big walls, which is what I wanted for this particular shot. I wanted some nice white neutral walls because I wanted to incorporate a little bit of a lighter color palette through my feed. We are filming how we take photos for Instagram to show you guys. Not that we do anything special, but this is what we do. So we have just driven around. We're trying to find somewhere to take some photos this morning. We're just taking some lifestyle shots just with the laptop, just so that I have some extra content for my Instagram. And what we're looking for today is we want like a really nice white, fresh background so that there's not too much going on. And also when you have a lighter background, it's much easier to match with on your feed. So it's not too busy, and then also to go with your styling, which is important, so that it's not too busy, it's not distracting away from you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool, let's go get them.
Yeah. So once you pick your location, the second thing you need to do is figure out what time of day you need to go to that location to shoot. You need to figure out if it's in the morning or in the evening. They are the two best times to shoot. You never want to be shooting in the middle of the day because the sunlight is too harsh and it will start creating shadows as well. So you'll see all of the shadows starting to happen underneath your face, and also those kind of shadows aren't ones that you can edit out easily. So you want to do in the morning or at dusk. They're the best times no matter what. So we've found a nice white wall. That's where we're going to shoot now. We are shooting on our iPhone, so not using anything too fancy. But when you shoot on your phone, make sure that you always clean the lens. That is the number one tip, because when you shoot on your DSLR or on your pro camera, it's got a lens cap, right? So the lens is always protected. If you don't clean the lens, you're gonna get fingerprints or it's gonna come out blurry. And most of the time I'm always like, why is Bart's camera so much better quality than mine? It's because his phone is always pristine clean and I'm always touching my phone. I've got moisturizer on, I've got makeup, whereas he obviously doesn't have any of that. So we've cleaned the lens, and now what I'm gonna do before I give Bart the camera to shoot, I'm gonna set up my shot so that I know that he's gonna get what I want and he's not like, what am I doing? Give me direction, which is most of the time. Can you hear the bells? Okay. So making sure that you're fully in the frame. Then the second thing we discussed before is the light. So you have to make sure that the light is coming from behind the camera and onto you. So So you want to be in full light. So you framed the shot, you've shown the photographer, and now you have to go pose in the photo. So many people hate this part, and something that I've learned that makes it a little bit easier so that you can get that candid photo is to have props. So in these photos, I've got a coffee cup and I've got my laptop, and I find that it's so much easier. And if you just keep moving around, then you'll get the shot. Bart's trick is he takes a lot of photos and I'll keep moving. So I'll take a sip, or I'll play with my hair, or you know, you just keep on moving around, and he takes a lot of photos. And then make sure that you're checking back with your photographer and see, do you like what you see? Do you like the way you're standing? Do you like the angle that they're taking it from? And make sure that you keep adjusting it until you get the one that you want. The more you do this as well, the easier it will get. So when you're posing as well, a trick that I've learned from doing a lot of swimwear shoots is to create space. So you don't want to have your arms and your legs all squished up, and you don't want to have your head tucked in. You want to elongate your neck, so it will feel really funny, but stretch out your neck a little bit, create that space, and that will actually also give you collarbones, which in the photo looks a lot better than doing this. You get the double chin. So with every person as well, it's easier if you know your angles. And when Keely and I first started shooting together, we would actually practice in the mirror, mainly because we were in bathers and you have to know all the angles to make yourself look taller. Both of us aren't the tallest. So just have a play around in the mirror, see what angles look best, and then tell your photographer. So for example, I don't like being shot from too far down below because it makes everything look bigger. So another tip that I'll quickly give you is, you can see that I had my laptop and I had a cup of coffee, and it's always easier to take photos if you're holding props so that you're not awkward, you're not just standing like, don't know what to do with your hands, especially if you don't take photos that often. It's always much easier to be holding something in your hand. It looks more natural, and you don't want it to be a staged photo, you want it to be a candid shot, right? So what we always do is I'll keep moving, as you could see, I'll keep moving and Bart will keep shooting. You also want to make sure that you create space with your arms, and that way it won't squish your arm up against your body. Usually when you do that, it actually makes you look a lot bigger than you are. You want to create space, so put your hands on your hips or play with your hair, or that's why you have the props, so that you're not all squished and all tensed up. It just looks a lot more natural and you'll feel a lot more relaxed in the photo as well. The last tip that I have is take lots, especially if it's not something that you're used to doing all the time. Too many is better than not enough, and there's bound to be at least one good one in there. And that's something that Bart does all the time. He takes a billion of them. So that's what Bart and I usually do when we go out and take photos. I hope you found those useful. And if you need some help planning out your content after you've taken it all, I've actually created another video on how I create content consistently. So I'll just tell you how to plan and how to post all the time. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, and stay tuned for more social media tips and tricks. See you in my next video. Bye.
Go ahead.
Can we talk about what just happened?
Yeah. So we're trying to do a nice little video over here, and this lady came and parked right in our shop while we were trying to do it and didn't care at all. Tough gig, right? Well, we don't live in the streets, so.
So we are just driving around. Well, I found a few locations the other day. Take two.
Yeah, take two.
I mean, there's some white walls
Subaru.
here.
Hold on, there's this guy in this fucking Subaru.
Oh, there's white walls.